can see that pretty well from here. Oh, welcome to the... Oh, I'm going to get my drink. Sponsored by Baskin Robbins behind Method MMA.
The best.
All right, man. Yo, so we just got done with Guard 3.
Yeah, dude. Third event.
The triplet. Dude, I have to say, man, like we were talking about it earlier, obviously. But man, what a fucking good event, man. You really figured it out this time. You streamlined everything. The matches were like back to back to back. Everything seemed to run great. We had the grappling rewind guys on commentary. Everything went fucking great, man.
Yeah, it was a good time. I think that's just was I've competed in almost every rule set, every type of event, gi, no gi, points, sub only.
Ref events, of course.
So, you know, I'm pretty good friends with the guys at Finishers. Without Finishers, a lot of tournaments wouldn't be around, you know. So they kind of paved the way, even if it's not EBI rules and all that. You know, they paved the way, especially East Coast style.
Yeah, definitely, man. I just had the Zach Meslany and J.M. Holland on the podcast, and man, we were just talking about just the empire that they built, man. It's fucking, it really put PA on the map, first of all. But like just the East Coast, it's the reason there's so, I mean, obviously, like it's one of the main reasons I think that there's so much quality in like the tri-state area.
We're also a bunch of assholes.
Yo, for real.
We're like that, like New York to Maryland, Delaware. Yeah, like we're all rude. It's cold. It's not hot and nice like Florida. Like we're all 9 to 5ers and then putting in work. And then if you're doing jiu-jitsu full time, you already know what you're doing.
Yo, for real. I'm greasing them up. Try to get the mic a little bit closer. My bad, bro.
It's all good.
Yeah. Yo, so did you have a favorite fight of the day?
That's kind of hard to say because with every match from beginning to undercard to main card to main event, I try to make it to where no one's just going to blow through someone and it's going to be a mismatch.
Dude, you did such a good job with that, actually. I think every match was balanced really well.
Yeah, like the main event, like Sean Ashley and Tim, that was a nonstop scramble fest. They were trying to solidify a position, a couple sub attempts in there. No one got that deep thing. That ended up going the distance of 2 points. But even to someone who doesn't know points, that's like, they were both dudes going after it. They both were on the last event and didn't get to compete against each other in the round robin bracket. Yeah, so
you brought it back. Yeah, man, I got to say that was... I heard a lot of people in the crowd as well just talking, man. Like everyone was like, you know, it was a fingernail biter for that one. That was a good match. But yeah, I gotta say, one of my favorite fights of the night was the second one, Jason Rosati. I used to train with that guy in the black basement, and like he was a white belt back then, so it was really cool getting to see how he's been training with this over in Sarah's in fucking South Carolina and stuff. Man, he's growing. My man's growing.
Yeah, dude, I didn't know he was coming from that far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was technically an undercard match. So see how that's like, you know, potentially your favorite and a couple other favorites. Yeah, that guy, especially on his Instagram and everything, he's about it. He's, you know, putting in the work. Pete Martin, he just recently promoted blue. I believe Jason probably got his blue belt around the same time.
Yeah,
not that matters.
His was pretty recent. I think that matters. It definitely does.
You know, so who knows? He might run it back. Maybe in a team event, or another round robin bracket for blue belts. So I don't know. We'll get in the lab and think about what I'm doing next. I'm gonna look to have another one in August for anyone interested.
When specifically?
So July is a busy competing month for myself. Method in Maryland is a great location. Obviously, you have the most mat space I think anything has ever have or hosted. I want to get popular enough to where I'm in like I would like to start on the East Coast, you know, do every state almost.
Oh, wow.
I think that would be a good bucket list down the line. I don't care about being the world's most prestigious thing. You know what I mean? If I get that popular, awesome, I'll deal with it. But this is a fun thing for me, and I want it to be fun for competitors, spectators, coaches. That's my goal.
Yeah, man. No, that's awesome, dude.
So
yeah, I know. There's a lot going on in August, man. What do we got? We got the 7th is Emerald City's next event.
True. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna be out of town the weekend after, I believe, for Sub Spectrum. So
in
make sure
Iowa,
you
yeah.
make sure you do it in late August if you want your
So
boy back on the camera.
late August, early September. Like I wanted to have this card in May, and just through you know, COVID not
Yeah,
allowing
dude.
the mask rule and the vaccine, because the last two I technically wasn't allowed to have. Like, you know what I mean? There was
Yeah.
like a 50%. That was the first event I did with spectators today, but that was the first event where I was allowed to have spectators. Before, I had to keep it down low, not give the
Yeah.
location,
Yeah.
and you know, those turned out great and everything for what happened. We're gonna look for late August or early September though, next event.
Definitely,
So,
man. Well, I would be very happy to be the next
yeah.
on the camera for the next one as well. Did you see any big changes between 2 and 3 that like maybe like there was a click of a switch that happened last event that like now you were like, oh, this is what I have to do for the next one, and it went like off without a hitch this time?
So this goes back to what I was saying with the last event. So I don't want a situation where anyone can blow through anyone. That's my main goal, is to have all matches competitive regardless of skill. But the last one, I was experimenting with time management a lot. So I did 2 5-person round robin brackets. I took the sub only period down a minute, and then I kept everything else the same. I realized with my rule set and how it could potentially plan out, assuming there are no submissions, I think almost every match ended in sub, except for like 3. 3 out of 15, 16. There were 16 matches. I think 3, maybe 4 didn't end in sub. So with the time management, it was easier for last event. I got to pan out to see what are the odds that matches go the distance and everything like that. A bracket takes about an hour, the way I do it. Super fights could take from 10 to 12 minutes.
Yeah. It was surprising to me how many matches like really went the distance.
Yeah.
And not to say like, you know, any of the blowout stuff. Like I think every matchup was pretty solid. But yeah, man, I thought the bracket was really cool too. The way you separated everything, you gave everyone adequate rest. You had Chris Crawford come from Florida and fucking even, you know what I mean? Like it was just crazy. Like the matchups for like 135. I didn't even know like a lot of these guys. Man, they were fucking moving, dude.
Dude, it's a gamble. Like, I think anyone who's DM'd me or just generally talked about me, I try to hold up to my word as much as possible.
Yeah.
Like, I tried a couple women's events. You know, stuff happens the week and the month before. It doesn't happen. Maybe this week there's American Nationals for IBJJF. So I think all the girls were being superstars in Vegas. Plus, going to Vegas is fun.
Yeah.
Whether you gamble or do bad, crazy things or not. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, you know,
I've been
people went
there.
to Vegas for that. So a lot of people were there. 135, I promised Chris, because he walks around 135. I think he was 140-ish, 141. He had to cut maybe 3-4 pounds, something like that. He was heavier than normal. He was just on CJJ at 55. So he got third last event. And since he's doing the most traveling out of all my competitors so far, I was like, look, dude, you killed it at this weight. You know what I mean? You won and lost like a champ. I was like, I'll try a 35 bracket. And, you know, as much as I compete too, I'm like a little bit past the 135ers. 35 is possible for me, but I like 40, 145.
Yeah.
I told them.
What do you walk around at?
Depends. I'm 147 right now off of eating donuts and pizza since I can eat again. If those pizzas were salads, I'd be waking up at 142. But
Nice.
if you see me on tournaments, I do open weights, 185, 170.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so just to get experiences in, you know, which is what, you know, I'm doing for Edgard. It's a combination of Kasai and ADCC rules
Yeah.
with
No,
that coin toss
yeah.
over time.
I liked that a lot, man. I think like it was crazy, man. Like we were looking at the comments and everything for the live video, and just like me hearing people talk about it, man. The rule set was great. Like everyone seemed to be receiving it really well. Like even something like that I really respect from you is just like everyone, you know, anyone can steal like, you know, the big like IBJJF rule set or like, you know, like the EBI rule set and stuff like that. But I remember like we were kind of talking about Smash Brothers earlier, but I used to run like a competition in Smash, and we would base our rule set off of like the Genesis rule set. That's what happens. Like that's a big Smash tournament thing. But what we would do is like we would alter it a little bit because you gotta. I think like you should experiment a little bit. If you're a competitor, you know what's like acceptable for experimentation. You know what I mean? Like especially at the level that you compete at.
Yeah.
So we used to throw stages in that aren't normally legal, that are pretty, normal stages. They just have like a little bit of different tiered shit. Like I'm trying to remember like what the stage.
It's like the environment, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's like the Wii. Like I don't know. I'm not gonna go super into the Smash thing, but it's cool. Like one of the things I love that you did is like but in the last event was that white, blue, purple triplet bracket thing. That was a really cool thing. Like no one's gonna try that. What are the chances that you do? What's the next like experimental thing in your head? Do you have any crazy shit going on
I
up
was
there?
talking, especially because if you go on my social media, I am not a serious promoter at all. I am like myself on a different page. I just don't show my face and post my thoughts and my wildness as much. That's more jiu-jitsu tournament related, but what is it? I think I'm gonna experiment with the team duels. I was talking with Brian Sheehan at Evolution and I think the 10th Planet guys about this. The quintet, I feel like the team tournaments are the next generation of upcoming tournaments. Because you had the points. Everyone hates losing by 2 when the guy just gets like an advantage, runs away from you for 10 minutes, and then he's like tearing his shirt off and everything.
For real.
And they say the next thing I'm gonna play with is either a quintet with so last time I had the 3v3. I'm gonna try a 4v4 with a substitution. Add like a 5th dude in the mix or a girl, depending on what I'm doing.
That would be cool.
Or
like a female. There's my coach Andrew just did something like that. It was 2 dudes and a female. It was like
that's
last
that
year.
3v3, that subversive thing. That's cool because that's like the thing is that's best of 3. Here's my pet peeve with that though, and why I don't do that.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Is the thing is about a regular traditional quintet is you can be on a roll and squad wipe, you can sub a dude, get subbed, you can draw, whatever. With the 3v3, if you win and you make this crazy upset, you know what I mean, or you get wrecked because of the other 2 guys on the team or girls, they win. So it's like if you don't lose, then that shouldn't be an issue. You know what I mean? So I think what I'm gonna experiment next is a wrestling style team duels where I get 5 popular weight classes. I'll probably put certain ranks. I don't want white versus black belts, but we'll see. This is
one of the ideas Zach from Grappling Rewind said was like doing to talk about your white, blue, purple thing. Is he said like a blue, purple, brown thing was, and I think that's a really cool idea too. I like that shit, man. I like to experiment with this stuff. Like jiu-jitsu is such a fun thing.
It's growing.
It's man, it's such a fun thing to experiment with. Like you're allowed to be in the lab at your gym, like trying fucking egg guard and shit. Trying your crazy different inversions and like all the kinds of stuff that people do. Like I think tournaments should be able to do the same. Like if you're a respectable promotion, you should be able to throw together like some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like with the Nagas back in the day before Smooth Comp and all that was around, or the pre-registration only kind of became popular. You'd be signing up for tournaments at like a high school or a middle school gym. You'd spend from 8 a.m. to 8, 9, 10 p.m. They're telling you, yo, you're up at 1 p.m. And then 4 p.m.'s like, oh yeah, you're up in like 2 hours. It's like people get they get upset, they get frustrated. They either want to quit jiu-jitsu or tournaments or whatever. They want their money back or whatever the reason is. So yeah, I think it's okay to experiment. If something goes completely wrong, it's okay. That's the beta, you know what I mean, that you're testing it out. All right, you got a lot of negative feedback here, so you never do it again. You learned your lesson, or you modify it. rather than just like, oh yeah, sorry about your inconvenience. That won't happen again. Like
Yeah.
happens again. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all about being transparent, man. We got a question from Chrissy
Oh God.
in the Joanna. She wants to know what the Bard's drinking, and I got a medium pink strawberry coconut refresher, courtesy of the man.
Oh yes. Basic white girl drinks
Yeah,
to the rescue.
I was like, I need something cold and delicious. But yeah, man, that's awesome. I was gonna ask you something about the sponsors, right? So how did you got a lot of sponsors this time, man? That's awesome
Oh
too.
yeah.
How do you like what are some strategies you have for like approaching sponsors for
So-
events? Like that's an interesting thing.
As awkward slash act before I think as I am. I don't know when that started. I guess since I've been raised, but what is it? As an athlete and as a tournament promoter, right? You're either in the same boat of people of that whole start local and support local. You know what I mean? I know most of these guys pretty well or decently. I like to call them friends, regardless of how much I see or talk to them. They're doing a solid for me, and then there's a time when they're putting themselves out there, and I'm doing a solid for them. Like, if you look at the sponsors, I think 3 of them are food related. The overnight oats, those from Submission Nutrition, they're starting out, and you know,
They sponsor like you.
oh yeah. So
Dude,
they sponsor.
I
Yeah.
gotta like we can talk about them a little bit right
Oh,
now,
yeah.
man. You gave me some of them oats. I even got like a bag
Yeah.
of it. Man, that shit is good,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
I was hitting the spot. I was keeping me rolling, dude. I
Yeah.
like that stuff a lot.
Yeah. So
Is that like a local place?
Nah, I believe, I could be wrong. They're out of Colorado, or at least I think
Oh.
the owner trains in or around Colorado. I found out of through Jeff Glover's Money on the Mat. If you look at his sponsors, he's the same boat as me. He's just getting local people, either whether he knows or whatever. I put posts out there just to kind of answer the last question. I kind of put posts out there. I, just simply ask people like, hey, I can do this, this, and that. I can get a whole crowd of people to support potentially and everything. No promises, but that's the goal.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Stuff like that. So just simply DMing people, and you just gotta start their conversation. But Submission Nutrition, it was the same thing as I was just coming back to tournaments and everything of trying to compete once a month or more. And it looked like I would see their logos and everything in all these smaller local circuits and everything. And I was like, well, we kind of have the same goal. We're just in different positions. I was like, let me hit them up. And I believe I tested some out, especially with my stomach now. I'm similar to how Gordon Ryan's thing is, where he's hungry, he eats, he gets nauseous.
Oh yeah, what's that shit in his stomach?
I don't have exactly what he has. His,
Yeah.
I believe, is a digestion problem.
Yeah.
Mine's as I'm digesting, I feel crappy.
You told me about that
Yeah,
shit
so
last time, dude.
I'm about 90%. Every day is different. Like I train and I feel good. Or
Do you
I
notice
train-
like is it like a gluten allergy or some shit?
I-
Like these are
I-
certain foods that fuck with you?
Here's the thing: is I now it's definitely deep fried stuff that like you really shouldn't be eating anyway, or
Yeah.
spicy stuff sometimes.
Spicy stuff fucks
But
with you?
even
Yeah.
if I'm on a health kick where I'm eating as clean as you can, I will still get the same things as if I'm
Symptoms
eating junk.
occasionally, yeah.
Now I'm equally balanced.
Yeah, you
Junk-
figured it out. Yeah.
Yeah. So with
like-
the overnight oats, why I'm kind of hopping on that train, like especially if I'm eating them, any chance I get, I try to promote them over anything. That's the perfect meal before training, after training. If you have a long day and you don't feel like cooking, just pour some milk, mix that up, put it in the fridge, and you got a
I'm gonna-
nice solid
I'm gonna-
meal.
I'm gonna eat some of those in the bus trip. I'm gonna tag you and them. I gotta.
I mean, now
gotta
each
grab that
individual bite
Pokemon.
is the second bite, third bite.
Yeah, it's really good, man. I really enjoyed that.
Oh god, someone.
Yo, all right. So we got a comment from a guy here. How about a tournament where there is only one rule: no guard pulling?
Do wrestling then? No seriousness. Guard's a big thing of jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
and you gotta learn to avoid getting put there like the plague, or just get good at getting out of there.
Yeah.
That's all in the training. But there is another. There was that tournament in Russia, where they didn't allow guard pooling for the first minute. So if you pulled guard, you'd have to stand back
Oh,
up.
right. They give you like disadvantage or something.
ACB maybe.
Yeah.
I might get it mixed up with the MMA promotion, but
Yeah.
yeah, ACB I believe it is, where if you pulled guard, they'd give the other guy a point and they'd stand you up. I was thinking about doing that, but that is it. I don't know. That's why I kind of do the points thing, because that kind of favors the wrestlers and the not guard pullers, because you got to grab them to make contact and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think yeah, I don't know. I've mixed feelings. Like, I'm trash at wrestling, but I always stand up in tournaments. It's like, I don't know. Tournament's supposed to be like a test. I don't know.
Mhm.
I have a warped ass perspective on this shit, and I'm not even good. Like, I'm a casual. But one thing I really liked seeing in there was like there wasn't that much guard pulling. Like, a lot of people were standing up. That one dude with the dreads, that buff dude. Oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
that judo fucking throw. Whew.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Oh my
That was
god,
like
that shit was so clean.
right
I
out
don't,
of
I don't remember the
WCW.
names of those guys.
WCW.
Yeah, dude, that shit was. Yeah, if you guys definitely run through the full egg guard video, it's on my channel at the moment, but will be on his, and I will link that in the description once the link changes. Dude, there was some epic matches. Did you have like a fight of the night? Like, what was like the submission of the night that you were like, ooh, like one dude's leg got fucked up.
Yeah,
didn't
he's
it?
fine. He claims that happens all the time. I've had my ankle pop like that before. I think I just was wearing tape on it and not putting a lot of weight for like 2 weeks. If it's like that, it didn't sound like celery breaking. That's when you know you're out for a while. If it's like a
It
loud
sounds like
pop,
celery baking.
like it sounded like popcorn kind of in the microwave, that you're probably hurt for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Don't let anyone touch your foot. I
Yeah.
guarantee you'll be back if you wanted to next month.
Damn, that's scary
Going
stuff.
hard.
Yeah. Yeah, man, injuries are crazy. I was like, even when I was rolling with you, I felt something pop like earlier before
Oh,
the
yeah,
match. I was
yeah.
like, ooh, I don't like that. I like, oh, I think I had you in a Kimura and your shoulder made a noise. I'm like, ew.
It's the
I hate-
morning.
Yeah, the only time I can fuck with that shit is like in competition. Like, I'm looking for noises, but if I hear one of my friend's body parts make a noise, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't fuck with it. But yeah, man, it was sick, man. It was quite the fucking event.
Yeah,
So
dude.
what's in the next one? Are we doing another tournament? What's the weight class?
So I've been promising the people. I was debating whether to actually try a 200 or a 185 bracket. All the 185ers at first. This is a little spoiler too. Is all the 180, 170 guys. All half of them pulled out. I had to get replacements. I think 6 replacements, 24
so
to
180
48
guys
hours.
are flaky.
So all the dudes 175-ish that were all blue and purples, I tried to put them in a bracket, and they all wanted one match, super fights. So that's why I didn't have an 85er or a 70 bracket. I think next time I'm gonna go 200, either 185 or 200.
A 200-pound bracket?
Yeah,
That would be fucking crazy. You
'cause,
gotta call it like Clash of the Egg Titans or some shit.
yeah, the heavy eggs.
Yeah, heavy eggs, like the large, like what do they call them?
The ostrich eggs.
Yeah.
All right, ostriches, line up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll definitely experiment with the heavy guys. I've been telling those guys too long, like, yeah, next time. So
Yeah, dude,
gonna
I would
get
love to
them-
see that, man. That's something I feel like you don't see that commonly. Like, even when you see that shit at like a Grappling Industries or like a Naga, man, there's not that many people in the heavy boy bracket, you know? So if you're
Yeah.
pulling like a whole fucking invitational's worth of
yeah.
like thick boys, that's gonna be a fucking event to behold.
Here's the thing: is like generally, if you know what to look for or watch, the 150 and under guys, you see a lot of scrambles, and it looks like they're going a million miles an hour. Like in anime and stuff, Dragon Ball Z, it's like they're going so quick where you can't see them, but the guys watching are like, they can keep up with it. That's kind of like simulates that. The 170-ish, you have all sizes and styles. You got the short, stocky guys that have no neck almost. You got these long, lanky dudes that are like touching your face from out here. You got
all the reach.
explosive dudes. You got people that don't like to move too much. The heavyweights, that's when, I think, I can't speak because I'm not that size and I've competed in this very so often, I think the bigger dudes, they they don't want to be as risky pulling guard a lot of the time because if they get held down in side control, or even a flat half guard, that's 200 some pounds of like jacked muscles or flab on you. So you're not moving potentially for the rest of the round.
Yeah, you had a couple like thick boy matchups here. I know Elijah from Studio 84. I've rolled with that guy. Dude's a fucking tank. So hard to fucking move, and he flows like a panda, dude. It's crazy. And then your guy here, Kevin.
Yeah,
he like jumped guard. I was like, oh shit, dude, that's a heavy fucking guard pull right there.
OG guard puller.
Yeah,
man of many talents.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he killed it. Especially, I guess he did a little research, saw that Nick's a good wrestler, and he's not a guard puller. So
yeah.
don't tire yourself out hanging with a wrestler, you know?
Oh, dude, for sure, man. I've had that. I mean, who hasn't? But, man, a good wrestler that's not like a brand new white belt that's not going to let you guillotine them. God, it's like some of the hardest rounds.
It's like wrestling, it's like from day one practices at competitive clubs, it's like in your face, like bulls going at each other, and they drill at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And jiu-jitsu, it kind of determines on you. It's really customized to you. So if you want to go fast and slow down, you want to go slow as possible, that's fine too. It works. It's kind of like in English in high school back in the day. Like if you can explain your reasoning and it's not completely off topic, it can work. Versus like a math subject, you have to get the exact answer. You have to show why that is the exact. You know what I mean? So. Jiu-jitsu, like you can kind of customize like the pace, the speed, and all that. So, yeah, wrestling you can just kind of like outspeed athleticism and explode through. So even if you're not technical, you're going so quick, fast, and you're just a tank. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, for sure, man. Is there like a dream like matchup you want to throw in here?
So here's the thing: is I like I was actually speaking to Jordan Paisan on the internet about this. We're not trying to get these 80cc superstars versus other dudes.
You were mentioning that.
Nobodies versus them. That's cool for like the nobody because they can put themselves out there. But the odds are the 80cc, you're top 16 in the world, even if you just show up and lose the first match, in my opinion. So I like to get those medium guys who are competing and working their butts off, but not getting that recognition maybe. I like to get those guys who are definitely experienced.
Rising stars.
Yeah, that's the way to
that's
experience.
awesome, man. Yeah.
So that's my dream thing. Yeah, I mean, if a really popular dude wants to come in, cool. But whether you just don't have the skills or you have too much skill, I'm not going to give you a mismatch. So if you're, I don't know, Gordon Ryan, regardless of the money, but like, there's no one that can beat him right now. I don't want to have him on a match, you know?
Yeah.
So that's my thing is medium and beginner rising superstars to get them to that next level, you know? My tournaments, I feel like my rule set's hard to deal with. It's hard to perfectly train for that.
Yeah.
So,
I like that, man. Yeah. Everyone was saying like, what was the rule set? 2 rounds.
So 2 rounds.
1 7-minute sub only.
5 minutes points after. And then if for whatever reason it's tied, it's a coin toss on let's see, B.O.A.T or a 3-minute round of first to score. So it goes 1 minute overtime each, 2 minutes overtime, and then if it's just like we're equal in ride time, it's gonna go to like a 5-minute or 10-minute. I haven't had the chance to do this yet, so thank God. But
that's pretty cool, man. I didn't even did it breach that time limit for that?
So my very first one, which if you go on YouTube, I'm like recording it off my phone, which has a really good camera, but it's definitely not as good as you make it look and easy. Hearts, stuff like that. So what is it? I experimented with the third coast overtime. I thought that was cool. It's first to score, 5-minute round first to score. Winner picks guard, top or bottom, or you can start on the feet standing. I thought that was cool, but spectators wise, it's if you don't want to move, then you're not moving, you know what I mean? No one wants to give that like risky move until like the last minute, you know what I mean? Or the last couple seconds where you can't get countered, you know? With that rule set, with EBI, as much as people have found the loophole and they hate how people stall it out, it's on you to escape as quick as possible, or it's on you to submit that person as quick as possible, or make that last 10-second comeback, you know?
Yeah.
The first to score, it's kind of like you got 2-3 minutes. You gotta take this dude down. You gotta sweep him. You gotta take his back, and
You're allowed to pull guard and that.
you can pull guard, but it's kind of like a fight to win style. So it's like if it's no score somehow, whoever is bringing and pushing the pace is gonna win.
Mm.
Comes down to submissions, almost passes slash sweeps, and then it comes down to who took less steps backwards, who engaged more.
Yeah, like who took more submission attempts and shit like
Yeah.
that. That's cool, man.
So
Man, you really, man, it's so cool to hear you talk. 'Cause like you have such a good idea of like what the landscape of competition looks like. Like I've only done a few tournaments, and the ones that I've watched, or I'm not competing every weekend or watching this shit every weekend. So it's nice to see, like, to pick a brain of someone that's like got it together. Like,
I think it's because of I've been around for 10 years in jiu-jitsu now, so
Yeah.
I've seen a lot, experienced a lot. I've been the coach, I've been the student, I've been the competitor, I've been I've kind of done everything, and as far as the tournament scene goes, you know what I mean?
yeah,
So I kind of know what's fun or what would be fun. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if you're a kid playing video games or watching like a show or movie, I don't know, like whatever. You're like, oh, it'd be cool if this happened. Like,
Yeah.
go off topic a little bit. Like, Legend of Zelda had a battle royale game.
they do.
Do they?
Yeah. I
Damn.
mean, battle royale like
Like,
Dynasty Warriors.
I don't.
Oh,
think
battle
that's-
royale.
yeah,
Like, you're
so,
talking about, like, fucking
Warzone,
Fortnite shit.
Warzone
Yeah,
or
okay.
Fortnite, but
My
like
bad.
Hyrule people.
I'm thinking
so-
of like, well, I don't know, somebody out there. What's
That's
the
my nerd.
genre behind Dynasty Warriors? I'm fucking up here.
I know that's not like I'm talking 100 player versus
Yeah.
player type thing.
Dude,
like,
yeah.
how cool would that be?
That would be
Like,
fucking
you got to be
epic.
running around and get the Master Sword or
Dude,
something.
oh my god. Let's go.
All
let's
right,
go
all
down.
right,
Let's go down a tangent right now. We're gonna. What games do you play right now?
Right now, so with my family and sometimes like with guys I train with, sometimes I play Warzone.
Mhm.
I play Rocket League and
You good at Rocket League?
decent.
I'm trash.
I am gold, platinum, whatever. I get put in diamond tournaments sometimes. I've done those like they're all over the internet. There's you pay like $20 to win 1,000 sometimes.
Oh, cool.
I've done a couple of those and won a couple, but not like actually won the money. I get like knocked out with the sweats.
Mm.
But I play Madden and FIFA sometimes. I've been playing those since I was like 10, so that's like a tradition for me. That's my
Damn, dude.
yeah.
I do not fuck with. That's one thing I don't like is like sports games,
Mhm.
like FIFA and shit like that. Like the last sport game I enjoyed was NBA Jam for the Super Nintendo.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, like I don't know. That's sick. But let's go back to like the
Alright,
Legend of
yeah,
Zelda
yeah.
Battle Royale, right? So yo, I was thinking, how fucking sick would it be? Like the VR shit's cool, whatever. The Battle Royale thing, but it's like Lord of the Rings ass shit, where it's like you're either like an orc or like an elf or like the humans or the dwarves, and each of them has like their own mages and fucking like warriors and shit,
Yeah.
and it's like 50 on fucking 50, and it's just a big battle. Oh my god, why isn't that a thing? Why did someone do this? I will buy it and play it
Lots of money.
more than
Battle
once.
passes,
Yeah, dude.
all that.
Oh my god. I just
DLCs.
want to fucking be Legolas and just fucking pit the ace on a fucking orc's head.
So that's my mindset on at least someone has said this. Probably people were saying this about the finishers, you know what I mean? Like something where you don't have to pay $150 just to compete one match and get stalled on and waste your whole weekend, you know? They said, F it, I'm doing this and this is how it's going to be done and this is going to be the greatest thing ever. They did it. So that's my thing is like, I thought it'd be cool to get a points and a sub only thing. Because I think in today we're kind of divided, but not in a bad way. But there's sub only guys, there's points dudes. So I try to combine them all because that is a legit style versus style. So the
Yeah.
sub only guy gets 2 rounds that are kind of lengthy.
Yeah.
submit
That's
this
pretty
dude,
lengthy,
right?
man. That's
Yeah.
enough time.
Then by the time you are playing points, it's not like how the IBJJF like winners are always like if it's not an immediate sub or back take off the rip, you guys like you have guys playing around to the last 2 minutes and then they go crazy, and then a huge sweep happens or a submission comes out of nowhere. With the points, you are tired usually, you know what I mean? If you haven't worked the dude, you're getting worked, or it's just by nonstop battle. You're tired by the time the points even start, and you start on the feet. It's not like you're starting to like on the knees or in a guard, or you gotta earn it, you know?
Yeah. No, for sure. What are some examples of like bad promotions, or maybe not even like
I won't call
name drop
out
like that, but like what makes a promotion bad? Like what are qualities to avoid? You know what I mean?
Yeah. The thing is, it's so some of these promotions, they've done their work to where they're successful, and then now they're in it for the paycheck.
Yeah.
As you know, as I talk to you, I'm not really in it for the paycheck. I don't profit much at all. You know what I mean? So I'm not in it for that. I do get, a little bit for what I believe my work's done for, but yeah, it's they're more money oriented. So the fact that there was no registration list, there was no what would you want to call it? There's no cap on competitors. There's no schedule. It's just like that, I think, was the biggest turn. But I think they need to cap it out more. Like, I try to get my events to run 3 hours, so I get 3 hours worth of matches in. So with the bracket, you do have to pay to enter, but you get at least 2 matches. I didn't DM everyone, but anyone who was like midway on the list who was asking when they start, I gave them a 15-minute time period. Like, yeah, you're match number 5, so it's gonna look like probably an hour in, hour 30 in, give or take how the matches go, So that's a thing is like, one, you for sure have a match, you have a registration list. There's a cap on the competitors, because you've been to local tournaments and stuff, like, they have like 1,000 kids and it's 3 p.m. and you don't even see adults on there.
Yeah.
Or if you're a no-gi and everyone's still in the gi, it's like, damn, I should have I should have slept in.
Yeah, for real, right? The slept in thing. That's the worst. Waking up early and then you don't even. I don't know, man.
I'm gonna call someone out. So I'm not gonna battle at the beach. That's 3.5 hours driving for me. So I'm getting a hotel because I don't want to drive that much, because I want to weigh in the day before and all that. So it's 2 trips to the venue. There's 2,000 competitors, so that's great, because that's more of an accomplishment for me if I win that type of event. And with that many people, a stacked like 16, 20 person bracket, it's local, but that's hard to do. I don't care what your skill level is, right? And then you don't compete till 11. No joke, my division would have started at 11:30 p.m. So I did my gi bracket at 7. People were still in the gi at 8:30. They told me they honestly had no clue. So I was like, damn, I kind of want to go home. I got to get up at 6, and I'm a 4-hour drive. So I'm like, it's 9 o'clock now. By the time I get gas, make some pit stops, I'm going home at like 2 in the morning, just for a local like $2 medal. It's like, I got guys coming and, they know when they're competing, they're getting a good match no matter what, because that's just how I roll, unless I had some 24-hour changes. But yeah, you get good matches, you're winning stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That makes sense.
So these local tournaments too, it's like, dude, you guys are raking in like thousands of dollars. It's like, you can't give,
you can't figure this out.
You can't
get more fucking volunteers.
You can't give people their money back or something if they win. Like,
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. Right? Once I get to purple belt, I'm done. I think I'm done.
You
with,
got
like,
your list
local
of
shit. Well, just like, I feel like, and comment on this. Like, anyone, like, I'll read the comments if you type right now too. This is a theory that I have. By the time you become a purple belt, you can consider yourself to be adept at jiu-jitsu, right? Like, you are essentially a professional. You've been doing this shit for, you're getting close to them 10,000 fucking hours around that time. You know what I mean? So you should be paid for your work, to display your work, right? Like for me, I'll play an open mic, right? I'm not paying in and I'm not getting paid. I get to do it for the love of the art, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay for a medal. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna pay for the chance to get a medal. At that level, I should be, if I want to compete, I should be approaching invitationals, right?
Mhm.
That's my opinion. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I don't think, I don't know. And at the same time, like, like if there's no money at the end, that's what I mean. Like I would totally do pay a tournament if I was gonna win money at the
Yeah.
end. But yeah, man, after at that point, it's like I don't need to prove anymore, right? I'm a purple
Yeah,
belt.
yeah.
I don't need to fucking prove
I
anything.
was told going through the ranks, like purple belt is like your driver's license or like a diploma to your house. It's not paid off yet. You don't have this crazy dream car of yours, but you have the ability to go test the waters now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've done a good job
Like,
up until now.
People respect any shit you say because you've been around long enough. You know,
nice.
and maybe that's not for every purple belt, but I don't know. I run a podcast and I find myself in some crazy gyms, and all the purple belts I meet are pretty fucking hard dudes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they all have like they're humble too. You know, I don't know. It's different.
Blue belt's the cocky belt
Oh,
because
hell
like
yeah, dude. When I first got my blue belt, dude, I knew everything.
yeah. An Americana, dude.
Yeah.
I would kill you. I'd stop your heart.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like stuff like
Stop
that.
your heart.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man.
A leg bar,
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
Hit him with the old leg choke.
Kimura on the foot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just advanced, bro.
Dude, it's like you
Yeah.
don't get it, man. Dude, come train with me sometime, bro. But yeah, man, we're coming down to the wire here. It's almost 8 o'clock. Do you have any last sentiments you want to kind of throw out there? Anything you wanted to bring up, man? I'm glad we got
Let's
to
see.
recap this, man. I was hoping we could have got maybe a competitor or two to jump on with us, but everyone
Yeah.
kind of skedaddled, and I was still packing up, and it's better
Let's
to
see.
probably just have us.
So here's the thing: is the people I work with and I discuss, I guess, ideas with before I commit to them. I get these ideas. I tell some people that I'm close with, and they're like, "Yeah, you're too nice. You try to work with people too much, or, you know, whatever reason. You know what I mean? I guess it's me not putting my foot down. To me, I'm putting my foot down. I'm just trying to help the competitor or try to get an idea for what's the higher interest. So for anyone who wants to get a match with Edgard in the future, or they want a team event, or, you know, if they're interested, even if I don't have anything posted, send me a DM. I've got a weird memory where I just memorize random unimportant things at random times. Dude, if you give me the idea, maybe if you can get me the connection of a location, or you have a sponsor, you can kind of help set up some, you know, high-paying brackets or anything like that. Like, work with me.
So you'll move Edgard
Yeah,
somewhere else
yeah.
to do it, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll
Yeah,
work
to
with
make it
ideas
happen.
too.
Yeah.
Like if I get a high interest, let's say I got an interest to do like 164 pounds or whatever weird ass weight, right? So I'll do it if you know, the ideas come at me, and then I get thinking and all that. So like I said, if you see that page, especially when I'm on the story where it goes away after a day, I am myself on there. It's just more tournament. I'm not like a professional tournament at all. So send me ideas, guys. Like
Yeah.
I have them all myself, but there too many ideas aren't bad.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. All right, man. Well, thanks for giving me
Yeah,
the
yeah.
recap, bro.
Thanks for
and
having me on.
maybe we'll run another podcast here shortly.
Let's do it.
But we got a lot of shit going on in the pipeline, and hopefully right now I'm gonna go check out a Maryland open mic. So
Hey.
we'll see what happens. Take it easy, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you support Submission Nutrition and every other sponsor we had. I know they're the main one because I got food out of them, so that's
Hey.
why I remember them.
Yeah.
And make sure you guys follow Ellis as well. Peace.
See you guys.